freshman year, the year we all dread. That year, I didn't do any sports. I did join one activity, which was quiz bowl. Other than that, I did nothing. Before I came to high school, I played basketball for 4 years, so it was a very tough transition coming out of sports into doing nothing athletic at all. During my freshman year, I became really overweight and really depressed. That carried out into my sophomore year. One day, my friends told me about POMS. They went to the whole spring sports meeting without me and kept telling me about this great, awesome sport, and they finally convinced me to try out. During the tryout, the team really bonded together, and the day of tryouts, I knew I was ready to work and do whatever I wanted to be on this team. I barely did it, but I made it. Ever since I became a part of POMS, I've never pushed myself harder and have never felt better about myself since. POMS has really helped me, and it might help you too. When you're involved with POMS, you get to explore more about yourself and express yourself. One of the ways this happens is when you find out or learn more about self-love. POMS teaches you about self-love by pushing you to do your best. When you're pushing yourself, you are loving yourself. You may be thinking, what? What do you mean? You sound kind of crazy. Well, when you're pushing yourself, you see yourself getting better at what you're doing, and you start to like what you see. Then you keep pushing yourself so much, you start loving what you see. Confidence is another thing POMS gives you or kind of teaches you, and once you have it, POMS lets you express it. The ways you can express it are wearing bold makeup like we normally do, showing off the routine to the crowd at basketball games or assemblies, and the best way is at competition, just by showing the teams what you have. Now, you can't show off your confidence without wearing something that expresses it. So these amazing new uniforms we just got do that wonderfully. They have rhinestones all over the arm sleeves and the back, and they also have awesome AHS lettering on the front and sparkles all over. While expressing and exploring yourself is important, exercise is important too. I know you're probably thinking, ugh, exercise, or yeah, right, like you're ever gonna catch me running. Well, this is my favorite part of POMS. The exercise we do makes you lose weight real fast. In fact, I went from 160 pounds to like 130-ish. I could start to fit in size mediums again. And the season was only 4 months long, and that's the shortest season we've ever had. To say the least, I worked my butt off, literally. And I pushed myself so hard. When you push your body like I did, or even don't in POMS, you can get serious leg and arm muscle. I may not show it, but some of the others do. Another thing about being active and exercising is that according to aspeninstitute.org, they claim active kids do better in life. And POMS involves a lot of activity. The best part about being active and exercising in POMS is the exercises we do. They are so easy, and you can do them at home anytime. A lot of what we do is stretching. Always stretching our legs. We mostly focus on the legs for better and more flexibility. Also for jumping when we do jumps. When we exercise together or at practice, we always try to do new and different exercises. When you do new and different exercises, it can be fun, and you can also learn a lot about your body. For example, what you need to stretch, how flexible your leg is, and in my opinion, it's always good to try to do new things. However, exercise is important. You have to have fun in doing the things you like, and there's a lot of fun involved with the sport. So one of my absolute favorite thing about POMS is the adrenaline feeling you get before you're performing. It's the funnest thing about POMS for me. When you're practicing, you're only with your team, worrying about how the team looks and all the big stuff that you would notice immediately. But when you're waiting to perform in front of a whole crowd of people, you start thinking about the small stuff, and you really get into your head about it. Then you walk out and you are just overcome by this feeling of anxiety and adrenaline. This feeling is awesome. Then when you're performing, your body just takes over and you're lost in your mind. And then you walk off stage and it feels like the performance was super short and really fast. Another fun thing about Palms is you get to entertain this big crowd. You get to all see them smile and have fun, and sometimes you'll see little girls or even little boys just in pure awe watching you. The best part about this is when you go into kick line and the whole crowd cheers and applauds. And sometimes you can hear some whoas when you're in kick line or do a jump. It's amazing. It's honestly amazing. Now, I guess you could say the silliest or funnest thing about Palms is the faces we make. Now, I don't know if you guys have ever been to a basketball game and noticed this, but we make faces while we're performing. They're called palm faces, and we use them for many reasons. Reason number one is to show the crowd that we're having fun and they're having fun with it. Number two is nobody really wants to sit there and see you smile like a huge dweeb the entire time. And three is when you're smiling like a dweeb, that smile can fall and make you even more look like a dweeb because you're half smiling now. Lastly, we make these faces to save you from losing that smile. So if you feel your mouth start to droop, you can save that by making a palm face. The faces you can make can be an exaggerated duck face like this, or a wink face with a mouth gesture like this. You can really make any face you want except anything with your tongue out. We have found the hard way the judges do not like that. Since you're having fun, why not share it with everyone on the team? We all love having fun, and especially sharing that or having fun with our family. But maybe for some of you, you might be like me and really don't have a family. But maybe for some of you, you have a close-knit family. But back what I was saying, yes, you have like a mom, a dad, maybe brother, sister, but it never has really felt like family. The first day of tryouts, I kind of found my family. When you get even just a little bit involved with Palms, you gain another or get a family. These people on the team, or your family if you will support you from day one. You will always have a massive amount of support behind you for such a small team. They are always optimistic and they will always come to your games if you're in another sport and cheer you right on. The leaders will normally send a heartfelt message every week to the group chat. There's just so much support that you can do anything and they will be right behind you every step of the way. Now they will give you support, but they will also give you criticism. Everybody needs criticism. That's one of the ways we learn from our mistakes. The best thing about criticism and this team is that they will give you criticism, but in a constructive, encouraging way. A lot of people, when they give criticism, it's just, wow, that sucked, or, okay, you really need to work on that. Whereas the team might say, okay, that was bad, but let me help you fix it, and let's get working on it right now. You never feel like, I can't do this, because you have help everywhere around you. Let's go back to the fun for a hot second. Your teammates make this sport so much more fun. Amara Sanders states, Palms gave me the opportunity to make new friends, create bonds with them, and make high school memories. It's probably the funnest sport I have ever done. I highly suggest joining. That's a great statement. We do many fun things together. We play games, do lip sync battles, and play lots of Duck Duck Goose at Kids Clinic. Being a part of the Palms team is an amazing experience. You get to be yourself, exercise, have tons of fun, and have amazing teammates supporting you unconditionally. Palms is open and welcome to everyone and anyone, so why not try out?